Hey everybody, Paul here, and today we're going to swap out the radio on the Corvette. Now the guys over at TexasLamborghini.com were nice enough to donate a GPS that unit that came out of a 2010 ZR1, and I'm going to put their links and connect them down below in the comments, so be sure to check that out. But don't go away, because when we come back, we're going to get right on that. So what we got here is we got our, not necessarily state-of-the-art, but it is an off a 2010 ZR1. This is a GPS touchscreen. Got our socket set. We've got little Torx, some Torx socket star sets. So that's a T20 and a T15. Ordered our GPS antenna for the unit. If you drop one of your screws and it goes down, this is a magnetic extension, and go down, get your screw out, and we're going to use that. In order to take this out so that we can get to the stereo, the first thing we got to do is take off the shifter knob. So the way you do that is you rotate this and it drops down. This is going to vary from model to model on the Corvette, but if you see right there, we have it is a T20 Torx head screw, and I'm going to put a lot of pressure. And I'm going to turn this guy, and it breaks loose. It's got a little bit of Loctite on there, so you want to be careful. You don't want to strip out this screw, or else you're going to have all kinds of problems. That comes off. What we're going to do is I'm going to set that right here in the center console so I don't lose it. And then the gear shift knob comes out. And now that we've got the shifter knob off, we're going to open this up, the center console here. We're going to take this top off. There's 4 T15 size screws here, and you want to be careful. They're not in there real tight. They come out pretty easily, and you just want to kind of, on that last one, you kind of want to hold it so it doesn't like fall. Next step is we have 2 covers here. This goes right into the center console piece, kind of pins it in place. So we're going to just use your fingernail, pop these little caps off, leave them in the center console, and you can see that we've got these size 15 Torx wrench screws in here. So I'm just gonna. The next thing we're doing now that we've taken off the center console lid is we're gonna take off the boot cover for the emergency handbrake. So you're gonna want this to be pulled up, and it's kind of like they're in between. There's 2 clips in here, so you're just gonna kind of pull on it a little bit, and the clip should come up. All right, and you're gonna pull this guy up and over. And you can see there's a little hook clip there that hooks in there. So we're just going to pull this over. There's 2 clips on either side of this thing. You can't really see it right there. So now that exposes this carpet, and we've got a couple hex bolts. To get these 2 hex screws out, you're going to need a 7mm. I got a socket here, and you can do it either way, and they're not in there real tight. So now that we've got that, we can kind of pull this back down so it's not like, what we're going to do is we're going to pull this piece out here, and you're just going to carefully kind of pull it down, and it's actually grooved, and it kind of lips into this. So you pull it down and you get it to where it's just out of that, and then you're going to pick up. All right, there we go. See, we got a couple clips there, and this kind of goes up and underneath there. That's why we have to kind of pull it down and then out. With those 2 screws out, you've got this piece out. We can start easing up on this console. Just kind of work it and don't pull too hard on any one thing. And with it in 4th gear, it should pretty much slide right off. Now, to get it past gear shift, the brake. Okay, so right back here, you're not going to be able to see this, but there is a clip. You're going to pull that out. Did I say it was going to come out easily? I did. A tendency to stretch the truth there. There it is. So that one has to come out. That's for your emergency. And then you have two more that have to come out on this side here. And you should be able to kind of pull it away and just reach in behind and just connect these. There's definitely a depression button somewhere there. I got one of them out. Now I'm going to pull the other one. There it goes. Kind of hard to do it when you're blind. Now to pull the lighter out. Let's see how this one goes. We've gotten the center console out. It really didn't take too long. I mean, it took a little fidgeting with these clips that you couldn't see to get them out. Obviously, these are our heated seats. This is for our 12 volt for our cigarette lighter. This one's for our emergency. God, I like working on these vets, man. It's easy. Christian's rolling his eyes at me. Alright, the next thing we got to do is we're going to take these 4 bolts out and then pull the stereo. Oh, there it goes. It's just clipped in. Alright. There's one. Come on. There's 2. And then
that's just force.
3. Well, there you go. We've got the stereo out, and we've got the GPS touchscreen unit here, and we've also got, here's our GPS antenna. Apparently it was made in mainland China, AC Delco. So, well, normally there's some mounting brackets that are way up here, and the only way you could really get to those, from everything I've read online, is we would have to take this entire dash out just to get to those mounting brackets. Most of the people that have swapped these out, what they do is they take some double-sided tape and they attach it right on top this air vent, this AC vent. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get that all set up, and then we'll put in the new unit and hook it all back together, put it all back together, and see what happens. All right, let's see. We're going to feed this through over here. We're just going to kind of like feed this wire so that we can around the antenna through the cubby hole. This unit here, this is my GPS antenna, and now I'm going to start connecting all these pieces back together. This should be good. So I've got, this is our GPS touchscreen. And so our antenna is going to actually go on the opposite side of what the other one was. Then here's our GPS antenna, and then the 2 connectors. Now you can do this if you have the Bose package. It should be pretty much interchangeable. See, and this was made in Japan. See, that the GPS unit was made in China. This was made in Japan. See, everybody's getting along. It's awesome. All in one car. That's supposed to be made in America. Alright, so we got the antenna plugged in right there. And it's not like this is light. So now we're going to take our antenna here, plug it right back in there, push that in. This guy connects right, oh, it's upside down, connects right there. We said this was going to be easy. Oh shit. Power.
Well, apparently the theft system's not active anymore.
Okay, we'll slide this guy back here. Beauty about OEM parts, they fit. There's no, you don't have to do anything crazy with them. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to just make sure everything's working. Step lock got activated when I turned the car on. The computer actually spoke to it, or checked, communicate with it. So let's take it to the dealer and have them fix that. Let's see. See how our air is doing here. Got good airflow. That's good. Seat warmers, they're responding. Good. Traction system's working. Good. Exhaust is working. Good. Sport mode. Competitive driving mode is on. Good. Cool. And it appears that everything's working, so we're going to go ahead and shut it off, finish tidying things up. There you have it. We've completely removed the stock stereo, replaced it with an OEM part with the GPS unit. Obviously, once the ECU talked to it, the theft alert kind of kicked in. So we're going to take it up to the dealership and see if they can unlock that for me. Last Saturday, we installed the stereo and we ran over to the dealership. They couldn't get us in. We had to set up an appointment. This weekend, we took it over there and it took them about an hour and a half, but they were able to reprogram the stereo to work with this card. See, I like that. Honestly, to swap this out really didn't take a lot of effort. I think Christian and I are both pretty surprised how easily the center console came out. It was a lot of stuff you had to move, but MGW put out a great video for their short throw shifter, and in that video they show you how to disassemble the C6 center console. I'll link that below. And then the guys over at TexasLamborghini.com, they gave us the GPS unit. Major thumbs up to them. Make sure you click on their link below. Go see what they're up to. They do a lot of good stuff as far as raising money for good causes. So make sure you check them out. So until next time, I hope your project works out as good as this one worked out for us. Ow. Hey everybody, Paul here, and today we're going to swap out the radio in the car.
Do you think I'm sexy?
Not really. Take 75. Here we go. How to do an intro.
I cheated. I actually had mine installed professionally, so.
if you subscribe to my channel and you watch this a lot, and I make 15 cents, then technically it was installed by a professional.
Me like you a lot. You don't like that?
Mine says Ford by Clarion when I get in mine.
Whatever.
Do is swap out the radio that is in the Corvette while Christian plays with his belly button.
What the hell, man? Subscribe already.